If you're feeling stuck, here are 3 things to try before you make any big decision in your life. Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I help women consciously create their empowered life. And these 3 things have massively improved my life, and I am feeling so good. I'm manifesting these great things in my life, and I had to kind of think about, how did I get here? Reverse engineer what I've done in the last year to completely shift into a new reality. And it doesn't take a year, actually. It's instantaneous. But I've just looked back on myself a year ago, and I was a completely different person. So first, forgiveness, radical forgiveness, I like to say. Anyone that has hurt you or done you some type of injustice, there is stuck energy, and you may not even know that you felt that there was some injustice done. So an exercise that I have done and I like to do continuously is Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian tradition, and it's 4 sayings. So it's, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And when you think about someone in your life, whether you consciously or unconsciously have some type of friction with this person, you can say these 4 sayings and really feel into it, and that is an active way that you can forgive them. I've done this with my sister. I've done this with certain people that have treated me terribly. There was an ex girlfriend of the guy that I was dating, and she was stalking me and doing all kinds of terrible things, so I forgave her. So, and then you can do this with your mom or your dad, anybody in your life, and it's life-changing. Try it. I was skeptical until I tried it, and it's completely lifted just all this heavy energy that I had and resistance towards certain people. And you can do it with yourself too. Let's be honest, like, I haven't been the nicest to myself. In college, I was working 3 jobs, taking Adderall, studying 14 hours a day in the library, and then going out and drinking with my friends. Like, I wasn't good to my body or my mental health or anything. So try it on yourself too, which I've done as well. Second thing is, so we got forgiveness. Second thing is feel it to heal it, is a little thing that sticks in my head that is helpful to remember. So since I was little, I've always felt so deeply. I've loved so deeply, loved with all my heart. When I was little, I would give all my favorite toy to my best friend. I loved my sister. Her name was the first word out of my mouth. I just loved so deep and so hard, but I also hurt so deep and so hard. And it was devastating when my sister was cruel to me or abusive. So it just crushed me. And as I got older, I learned numbing was something that I could do to avoid feeling that way. And I would do anything and everything to avoid feeling so deeply, especially the pain, which is the other side of the coin with loving so deeply. So I numbed for years and years: alcohol, drugs, relationships that weren't right for me to distract me. Distracting and numbing kind of go hand in hand. So I did that for years. So when I started feeling anxiety in my early 30s, I realized that I really needed to make some changes and lean into these feelings. Finally give myself permission to feel. And it's okay to love with all your heart, and it's okay to hurt, but just don't drown in the hurt. Feel it, honor it. Approach when you're hurt, approach yourself with love and compassion. And if you're a woman, think of the little hurt little girl, and that's the hurt inside. You're an adult now, and you can comfort that little hurt girl. That's where the hurt is coming from. It's your inner child inside. And if you're a man, the little boy inside of you. You can give that hurt part of you a hug, and approach it with love and compassion instead of numbing. You're basically pushing away that hurt child, and that's not how you would treat a child. You would comfort them. So lean into feeling it's okay, and honor that part of you inside of you. Lastly, the third thing is having a daily practice of gratitude is extremely helpful. In the morning, if you journal or think about it or go for a walk, we have so many things to be grateful for. And I think of that movie Unbroken, excellent movie about a prisoner of war, and he just goes through the ringer of abuse and trauma and survival, and it's an incredible story. I won't give it away if you're going to see it, but he has the ultimate lesson in forgiveness, and also the ultimate lesson in gratitude, because if you watch that movie, you will realize we have clean clothes. If you're watching this, you have a phone or a computer. You can see, you can hear my voice. So we have infinite amount of things to be grateful for, and our whole body, our whole human experience is a miracle. Our heart is beating for us. We don't have to regulate that ourselves. Our bodies are self-regulated, and we are going about our business, and there's so many things happening that we don't even have to think about. So it's incredible. And I have a couple extra bonuses, 3 things that I have done that I also has really shifted my whole reality into a different person. My friends and my family, they're like, who are you? You're a new person. I'm upgraded myself. So the 3 things: hypnotherapy, acupuncture, and meditation. Acupuncture, of course, find a licensed professional in your local area. It's great for moving the energy around your chakras, and I highly recommend it. It's relaxing, it's calming. I hate needles. I was scared of the needles, but if you move, they would fall out. They're so fine, and they're so lightly there that you're not like a pincushion. It's a very different experience than I thought it would be. So it helped shift everything. I felt very much lighter, and actually the first time I did it was after one of my stronger anxiety attacks that I had, and I just couldn't even imagine who that person was that had that anxiety attack. It was gone. Like, I couldn't relate to that person anymore. It was interesting, and I haven't had any anxiety or anxiety attacks since that. So anxiety feels different. I'm not saying that you will cure your anxiety forever. I'm sure I will get anxiety again in the future, but all of these things, if you're constantly doing these things for yourself, you will severely lessen or mitigate completely. I don't know. Everyone has different results. Hypnotherapy I've done in the past over Zoom, and then I recently started doing it in person. I've done one in-person session, and it was even more profound than doing the Zoom call. So I highly recommend doing in-person hypnotherapy. And it can be anything. It could be a specific thing, or it could be inner child healing, or it can be general well-being. When you go in, and if you talk to your hypnotherapist in your area, she does or she or he will do like an intake type of interview, and you'll just talk about anything that you want to improve on. Maybe feeling stuck, maybe you like more clarity, more focus, or trust your intuition deeper. They can suggest anything to you, and you won't do anything that you don't want to do. You remember when you're in hypnosis, and then you can come out of it anytime you like if you feel uncomfortable at any point. And meditation, of course, you can do that in group meditation, or you can practice meditation on your own. I've done both, and I've done kind of every different mindfulness and meditation practice. You can start as simple as just 5 to 10 minutes, just be watching your breath, and if a thought comes up, put the thought in a cloud and just watch the thought go by. Don't have any emotional attachment to any thought, no judgment, just focus on your breath, and if thoughts come up, you just watch them go by unattached. So that's a simple mindfulness practice that you can do to start quieting down that voice, that ego voice in your head. And then you can move into other practices. I've done Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations, and there's all kinds of different meditations on YouTube for specific things. There's guided visualization type of meditations, and if you're interested, then maybe I'll do a whole video on just different styles of meditation that works for different people. So I hope these were helpful. And just to recap, we have radical forgiveness, I like to say, leaning into feeling, gratitude practice daily if you can, only takes 5 minutes max, and then trying out different modalities. Hypnotherapy, acupuncture, and meditation have been extremely helpful for me, and I have just felt myself shift into a whole new reality, and it's great. And I can't even relate, I can't even imagine acting or thinking or feeling the way I did a year ago in some of these situations that I was put in, and it's just incredible. I can't even, there's no emotional attachment to that. So I hope these were helpful. Let me know. I hope you'll like, comment, subscribe if you connect and enjoy this type of information, and I will see you in the next video.